How's it going, everybody? Donut here, as always, the Black Lives Matter, all customer bastards, and trans right supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get the fuck off this channel. We are reading Outlaw Man by Hirohiko Araki. This is his third published work. I saw a lot of things saying that it was his second published work. That's not true. That's just incorrect information that is seemingly passed around a lot. This is not his second published work. This is his third published work. His second published work was Say Hi to Virginia. That came out in January of 1981. This came out in January of 1982 in the special edition of Weekly Shonen Jump, which had like one-shots and stuff. But yeah, this also came out in Weekly Shonen Jump. Yeah, this is Outlaw Man. They lost the original manuscript for it, so it didn't get actually published in any. Well, like, did it get originally published somewhere? Yeah, it got originally published in the Weekly Shonen Jump thing. Then they lost the original manuscript for it, and for some reason losing the original manuscript made it a lost work, until in 2004 they were able to digitally just scan the volume, like the magazine Weekly Shonen Jump in to get this. So I'm not sure why they couldn't just do that from the beginning. I don't really understand, but either way, no one read this really until 2004. Unless you read it in the magazine when it came out, you didn't read this until 2004. So that's pretty crazy. But either way, we're reading it now. Also, Outlaw Man is the name of an Eagles song. Eagles is a band, but yeah, so it's the name of a song. First time Araki did a, like, you know, naming them after a song thing. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be very low quality, but snake slithering behind some rocks. Bird lands down. Snake comes out, eats the bird. And then, oh, well, it misses, actually. Or something happens. It jumps for the bird. Then there's a call. And I'm not sure what's happening here. Then the snake falls down. And then the bird gets away. Flies past this cowboy. Keeps going to a man who's been lynched here. This horseman walks up to him. The horseman was wounded. In the right hand, blood was still flowing. Looks behind him. Town on the horizon. Okay. Pulls out a gun. Hi there. How's it hanging? Hiding a revolver behind your back? Trying to shoot me? You better throw it under your feet. Did we see? No, I mean, like, you know, it could still be hiding or something, but is this a man pretending to be hung so we can shoot him? Move or you'll become a real corpse. An ambush isn't a bad idea, but there's only one set of footprints on the ground. If you were lynched, there'd be a lot more footprints left. So alas. Okay, and he's got flies all around him and everything, and yep, rips his arm out, goes to shoot him, but oh, he shoots the rope down instead. But yeah, but did he mean to do that or not? I'm not sure. But either way, lands on his hand, gets his spike up, oh, but then he disappeared actually. Oh yeah, he's already behind you, already running away, and now some more people coming. But yeah, that wasn't the Toothless. That was this guy. That idiot screwed up. Yeah, so it was an ambush. First time I'm seeing this. Pursuit from ahead. I gotta get away. This can't go on for too long. Usually, pursuers chase their victim, but when pursuing from ahead, they come from the front. For this, you need knowledge of the area where the pursuit is taking place, and to keep in touch with the people coming from behind. In the prairies, shots and imitations of animals are used as signals, but this time the pursuers are a different kind of signal, which went unnoticed. This time the pursuers used a different kind of signal, I assume is what that went, which went unnoticed, but he did notice them. He's straight up saying he's seeing them, so I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, so yeah, they're the ones who shot his hand with a rifle. Now they're chasing him from ahead. And then what's going on here? Oh yeah, they're just like beating off for information or something. You want even less teeth, Toothless? Supposed to get ahead of them. No one was talking about an ambush. Okay, so he's the one who turned it into an ambush. Yeah, now it'd be impossible to catch him. I thought it'd work. If I didn't shoot his hand, he'd off you. Maybe the runt wanted all the bounty for himself. Oh. But yeah, just gonna leave him. I mean, he fucked up the whole plan and everything, so. But yeah, he's gonna try and draw on them, but nope. Throw a knife right into his chest. Okay. Go up on the rocks here. Not gonna leave any tracks there. Good idea. And then hops up, and then something shines there. Is it a revolver or something? But okay, hopped up on the rocks. Nice. Damn, this horse is crazy. God damn, this is a fucking crazy horse. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, he's leaping entire canyons. Holy fuck. This horse is crazy. What is he doing? He's removing rocks, so that way there's things, and then he's going to walk on them. He doesn't want him to walk on the rocks. Why does he not want him to walk on the rocks? And then puts them back into place. I mean, to hide your footprints, but if you walked on the rocks, it's rocks. It's not going to leave footprints, so why do any of that? I don't know. But alright, they're all in pursuit. But okay, yeah, they know we went up on the rocks. They're going after us too. All their horses are fucking insane as well. These horses, absurd feats. But okay, the dust is shaking off the leaves. Damn, they're good trackers. This twig is broken as well. Okay, look for where the sludge is moved. So is that what he was doing? Something like that? Yeah, moving the rocks, seeing it. Okay, yeah. Can't completely erase your tracks. Will only disappear when he's dead. This is some cool tracking. Okay, so they're Pinkertons. Alright, that explains a lot. Man in the fur hat had a special 5-shot rifle with a scope that shifted to the left for better gunpowder ignition. Firing range, about 700 meters. So Araki, random detailed information for something very specific. But what's weird? Birds didn't lose him after all. And yeah, sees the shine up on the scope. It's the scope glint. Fires off a bullet, just barely dodges it, hits the horse instead. Damn. They completely kill his horse. Cameron! And yeah, so the birds. Why did the birds fly away? Huh. Because like they were so high up in the mountain, why did the birds fly away? And they didn't really do anything to make the birds fly away, so I'm not really sure what that was about at all. Oh, Cameron's still alive. That's worse. I wish he was just dead instantly. God. That sucks. But now, yeah, they just... they're going to shoot no, sorry. This is him putting down the horse. But for what reason? And he keeps shooting it again and again. Huh. So he's going to make fake footprints or something? Yeah, gotta be what it is. So he's making fake footprints. He needed to shoot the horse for more blood or something? I'm guessing. Nope, he actually is. It actually was his real footprints. Okay, they shoot at a bush where they think he is, but just a trap, just a rabbit and a trap. Damn, he set it all up and everything. But okay, so now they go to hide, but he just shoots a rock instead. Just shooting a rock a bunch. Huh. Okay, not sure what that was about. Okay, he got them all. I guess he like bounced the bullets off a rock. Ricochet and say that is not how that works on a normal rock. If this was metal or something, maybe, but a rock, no. Yeah, screaming after him, but nope, you're all basically already dead. He's an outlaw. Wherever he goes, pursuers soon follow. The tracks left can never be fully erased. He knows that. He has no goal, no benefit. He's always on the run. He is a lone outlaw. That did actually get the snake this time. But, okay. Yeah, that one. This one I'd give a 2 out of 10, if not a 1 out of 10. I'm not sure maybe as harsh as a 1 out of 10, but a 2 out of 10 certainly. It also doesn't help that I'm not a fan of Westerns, so for me specifically, it's going to be a much lower grade in general. But comparing this to, like, Poker Under Arms, just no contest. This is terrible. But okay, we got an afterword by Araki himself. Let's read it. About early works. I'll try to remember what thoughts and feelings I had when drawing my short early works. In December of 1980, I debuted as a mangaka. Back then, I believed that every short story should incite thrill and tension in the reader. I mean, I don't know about that. Your Poker Under Arms, I believe that. For the other ones, I don't believe that at all. Had a lot of favorite mangakas. I mean, maybe you did, but you just, put in so much effort in trying to make it that, but it still didn't work. I had a lot of favorite mangakas, but I learned a lot from Mitsutaro Yokoyama, creator of Babel 2, and Sanpei Shirato, creator of Kamui Gaiden. Gotta read Kamui Gaiden at some point, or Kamui Den as well. Gotta read that. Really gotta read that. It might be one that we go to read next or something, because I got it at this point. I've gotten comments about me not reading it even. And Mitsutaro Yokoyama, we've read a few series from him. We've read Tetsuden 28, and we've read Sally the Witch. Do we read one of his other ones? Yeah, Giant Robo. We've read those 3. We're going through his work chronologically, so soon we'll be getting to Babel 2 at some point. But yeah, can't wait to get to Babel 2. First, shonen fight manga, or battle manga, whatever. I won't explain the characteristics of their style, but and I would say that like I'm curious when we get to Babel 2, but for Mitsuharu Yokoyama, I don't really see any of that in Araki at all. And from the one shot that I'd read of Sanpei Shirato, I don't really see any of that as well, other than maybe like the way the story progresses and stuff, like the storytelling. But art style, I don't really see it from either of those two, surprisingly. But I'll say that they perfected the so-called technique of suspense. Okay, so that's what he's gone for. And yeah, I would say that, yeah, Mitsuharu Yokoyama was a master of suspense. Their works kept the readers on their toes to the very end. I must study this technique well. Before I was 20, I just read stories and manga and watched movies, but now I understand that many of my favorite works use the technique of suspense. So, okay, like, at the time he didn't understand, like, the idea of suspense, but now, way later, he does. I must learn this technique as well. This is definitely how I wanted to write my own works. And another thing, my own style. To be honest, back then I had no idea what was my style. Professional mangakas always have their own style. You begin to read and you immediately realize, yep, this is that particular artist. And I didn't know how to give my work something special. I had a feeling I was searching for a needle in a haystack. Start drawing in your own style and someone will say, this is kind of ugly. Start drawing with effort and someone will say, you're copying someone else. Picasso's art can be recognized at a first glance, and that's amazing. During that period, I drew the following works. Okay, so then we'll get into it in a second. But yeah, I think that's a lot. I've noticed that with a lot of stuff. The more unique a mangaka's art style is, the more likely someone will say, this is kind of ugly. And I mean, I will say that plenty too. I think Nobuyuki Fukumoto, has one of the most unique art styles I've ever seen. And I look at it and I go, it's kind of ugly. I mean, it just objectively kind of is. But it's also extremely unique and I love it. And, you know, it makes everything better about it, about his series because of his art style. But objectively, it's kind of ugly. You look at JoJo and it's pretty ugly. You know, it's a pretty ugly art style. But it works for what he's doing for the most part. I'm not sure if I can say as much nowadays, but for at least JoJo parts 1 through, at least part 1 through 3 at the very least. Part 4 upwards, I feel like, then you can argue the art style doesn't quite fit for what the story's trying to tell is. You know, there's argument to be made both sides. But I don't think there's any argument to be made that the art style is perfect for part 1 through 3. But yeah, like, and then, yeah, the more effort you put into it, you're going to be copying someone else because you're putting in a lot of effort. So, like, just the more effort you're doing, it's not your own style, it's going to be someone else's. For the most part, again, general rule of thumb. And yeah, what Araki's art style is so different from what I consider his art style to be later on, with similarities being like what I think of as like, oh yeah, that's Araki, like yeah, that's this particular artist, is the way that he draws people flying back from getting hit, like getting shot or whatever, like that specific angle. The way that he just likes to have unique panels and break up the panels in weird ways, and he's very particular about pages, like the having, you know, the like bookends be only one page and poker under arms and stuff. A lot of that stuff is what I would say is like quintessential Araki. And then other stuff, like the fact that like all these works have had relating to music in some way. Poker Under Arms actually not, I don't think there was any sort of music related thing there, but say Hi to Virginia had the albums on the ground and everything like that, had the band, then Outlaw Man, you know, is named after a song and everything like that. So there's something there, like the you know, you can't even say like, oh, what makes Araki's style Araki is the Westaboo aspect. It's like, that's so many people. Like, it's too many to even name. It's like, that's not what makes Araki Araki. There's plenty of other stuff, but yeah, those are some of the things I thought of. Poker Under Arms, my debut work. I drew it thinking that the reader must want to finish it, and didn't drop it midway. I wanted that so much. During that time, a short manga must have had 31 pages or less, otherwise it wouldn't be published. I initially drew 100 pages, then this is all stuff we already knew. And yeah, Say Hello to the Virginia one's the one we already read as well. So yeah, both those, skipping them. Outlaw Man, a work that was never published because the original was lost. That's it? That's all you have to say? That's all you have to say? You didn't say a single word about the manga itself, just a work that was never published because the original was lost. And it was never published, but I thought it came out in that issue of Weekly Jump. It was originally published. What are you talking about, Araki? It was. What the fuck are you talking about? And yeah, the original author comment when it was first published was, I have never traveled to the US or shot a gun on horseback before. I'm sure I will someday. I wonder if he ever did. And then this is the issue that it ran in here. Again, nothing much to say, but just want to show the covers. And this is his self-portrait now. It just somehow keeps getting worse. Okay, that's it for Outlaw Man. This one sucked. This one was just bad. But now I will actually, I think I said last time I'll see you for Gorgeous Irene, but I didn't realize there was another one. Now I think I will see you for Gorgeous Irene. I think that's true this time. So until then, get the fuck out of here.